The following is a paid advertisement for Better Bladder, brought to you by trusted Therabotanics. Are you always checking out the location of the nearest bathroom? Are you afraid you'll have an accident when you sneeze or laugh in public? Do you have trouble sitting through a movie without a bathroom break? Are you constantly getting up throughout the night because you have to go? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you may be suffering from a weak and unpredictable bladder, the cause of some of life's most embarrassing and uncomfortable moments.
I couldn't laugh. I can't sneeze without losing maybe a little bit of urine.
Most days, my bladder is definitely running my life. It's a conscious thought every day now.
It'll drive me crazy. There is no way I could deal with a diaper.
33 million Americans suffer from the effects of a weak and unpredictable bladder. If you or someone you know is affected by the problems caused by a weak bladder, if you think the only hope is taking drugs with horrible side effects, surgery, or a trip down the dreaded adult diaper aisle, then stay tuned, because there's an exciting new option for this serious and widespread problem. Introducing Better Bladder, the doctor-formulated natural supplement that's helping men and women around the globe regain control, confidence, and peace of mind.
With Better Bladder, my life has changed tremendously. I am able to be active with the kids and go to my exercise classes and not feel like I have to run to the restroom.
I just love it. I can be myself. I can relax. I can laugh and not worry about if I have a spare pair of pants, panties.
At one point in time, my bladder was running my life. But now, I'm completely in control of my own life.
Better Bladder's natural formula has been clinically shown to improve all the major symptoms of a weak or unpredictable bladder. In a placebo-controlled clinical study, 90% of participants reported reduced visits to the bathroom and fewer leaks and accidents. Best of all, many saw results in as little as 2 weeks. Hundreds of thousands of bottles of this patented formula have already been sold around the world. And now, Better Bladder is available in the United States, exclusively from trusted Therabotanics. Today, you'll meet Dr. Tracy Seipel, a renowned Australian naturopathic doctor, medical herbalist, and nutritionist with 30 years of clinical practice. Dr. Seipel has pioneered the use of natural treatments for urological healthcare and has devoted her career to developing patented formulations to control these debilitating problems. She's received the prestigious Nutrition Business Journal Award for Innovative Product Merit and is here today to introduce her latest breakthrough, Better Bladder. Now, join Dr. Seipel and our host, John Burke.
Hello, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me. Now, today we're going to be talking about the challenges of living with a weak and unpredictable bladder. And to help discuss this very important topic is Dr. Tracy Seipel. Doctor, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, John.
All right, let's jump right into this. We're obviously tackling a really important problem that, at least to me, is surprisingly common. I mean, it's estimated that 33 million Americans experience bladder control issues. 33 million, that's a lot. But it appears that no one's really talking about it. I mean, not even with their doctors. Is that true?
That's right, John. Unfortunately, people with bladder control issues are embarrassed and don't like to discuss their situation with other people. It's underreported, and we don't really get a true measure of the number of people who are affected.
Exactly what are we talking about? I mean, what are the signs of a weak bladder?
Well, there are several signs, but the sign that's the most bothersome is that bossy bladder, when the bladder's controlling your life and people have that desperate need to go to the toilet right now. Alternatively, people may just have frequency issues, but they're going often in the day and in the evening as well.
And I'm interested, what would you consider to be a high number?
It's what bothers the person, but more than 8 times a day, that's more than once every 2 hours, is really bothersome. Even going once a night can be a real problem and a sign of a weak bladder.
But we haven't even talked about the more embarrassing problems yet.
You're talking about the leaks or accidents, I imagine. And many people suffer from this, where they just don't make it to the bathroom in time. Some people feel like when they have to go, it's already too late, it's already happened, and that can be just devastating. Then there's the problem of leakage with laughing and coughing and sneezing. The end result is the person will limit their social activities, stop socialising, and just be afraid to go out for the fear of the embarrassment. Frankly, the lack of any real options that didn't involve drugs or surgery is what drove me to search for an alternative. I felt there had to be a natural approach to such a common natural problem. That's why I'm so excited to be here today to introduce Better Bladder. It's our patented natural formula that promotes stronger bladder tone and control and supports natural bladder function.
after Better Bladder, I don't have that pressure on my bladder anymore. I don't have the sensation that I have to go now.
Now that I'm taking Better Bladder, I'm getting better sleep without rising 4 or 5 times in the middle of the night. And during the day, at work, one time, 11 o'clock. That's it.
I never have leakage. I never not make it to the bathroom. I always have dry panties, something that I haven't experienced in a long time.
I don't think that people should have to resort to possibly wearing a diaper. I don't know anybody who would be comfortable really doing that. And with a Better Bladder, I don't have to worry about that. It's nice.
Better Bladder has been clinically studied, and we have the results. And I have to say, doctor, these are impressive. I mean, to give our viewers just a sample,
almost 86% saw a reduction in that bossy bladder or the urge to go. 84% had fewer trips to the bathroom during the night. 90% went fewer times during the day. And almost 94% saw a reduction in those dreaded leaks and accidents. Best of all, many reported these improvements in as little as 2 weeks.
Better Bladder is certainly making a difference in people's lives. That's going to be very gratifying to you. It's also getting a lot of attention from the medical community here in the United States. We spoke with Dr. Michael Hyman, a respected urologist, who recommends Better Bladder to his patients.
As a physician, I'm very much based in science decision making. What really impressed me with Therabotanics is the fact that they did their homework. They really did find a supplement for bladder conditions that had science behind it. A double-blind, placebo-controlled trial for Better Bladder, exactly by the book, to conclude that these supplements were effective. And so I took some of these sample supplements to my patients, and I was really very impressed. Vast majority of them experienced a decrease in that constant sensation to urinate. The nighttime urinators, people who would tell me they were getting up, 5 times a night, some of them went from 4 to 2, some of them went from 4 to 1. And it was sustainable.
Better Bladder allowed me to gain control of my bladder. As a result, I get my life back.
I used to have to go to the bathroom every 20 minutes. With a degree of urgency, I no longer feel. I now can go 3, 4, and I have gone 5 hours without stopping to use the restroom. It makes you feel like you're young again.
I didn't want to think about eventually losing all control, but this has showed me you can gain control back.
It works. It was like having a to-do list of everything that was wrong, and Better Bladder made me feel like I just crossed everything off that list and I don't have to worry anymore.
Okay, so here we are now. We've established that it's a common problem and one that can negatively affect people's lives quite profoundly. But what causes this?
Well, let's start with the basics, John. Have a look at this bladder. What do you notice? What's the big thing you notice?
All right, as a novice, I'm going to say that this is muscle. Is that muscle?
That's right. What most people don't realise is that the bladder is primarily made of muscle. And just like all muscles in the body, it's important to keep them strong and toned. As we age, the muscles can weaken, which can cause all sorts of problems. Increase in bathroom visits, the desperate need to go to the bathroom, those accidents, and all of those issues we've been talking about today. But the good news is that now with Better Bladder, there's finally something you can do about it. You can take back control of your life.
Even when I'm not drinking water, I have to say I do still feel the urge to go to the bathroom all the time. It's like, really, again? I've tried the Kegel exercises. I've gone to a doctor. They have pharmaceutical drugs, which I'm not really into. I've tried wearing the little things, the diaper thing, which I hate. Yeah, I'm a jogger and I can't do it. I'm frustrated. I'm really frustrated. I want back my freedom. I want back the ability to do all the things I really want to do. I was going to the bathroom all the time, at night, during the day, and it interrupted my life. But now that I've been taking Better Bladder, I'd have to say I hardly even think about it. I don't feel the urgency to have to go, and it doesn't interrupt my life or take over my life anymore. I had loved to run and jog as a form of exercise. I loved it, but I couldn't do it anymore. And now I'm back to jogging, running, and feeling confident and doing all the things I love to do now. Now I have control over my bladder instead of my bladder having control over me. It's a great feeling.
Does your life revolve around frequent trips to the bathroom? Are embarrassing leaks interfering with your life? Are you afraid that a sudden cough or sneeze will cause an accident? Is your bladder out of control? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then you're likely one of the 33 million men and women suffering from the symptoms of a weak or unpredictable bladder. Until now, you had three choices: take prescription drugs with unpleasant side effects, endure expensive and painful surgery, or wear bulky and inconvenient adult diapers. Now, there's a new option. Better Bladder. The doctor-developed natural formula to help both men and women control the major symptoms of a weak and unpredictable bladder. In a placebo-controlled clinical study, almost 86% saw a reduction in the urge to go. 84% made fewer trips to the bathroom during the night. 90% went fewer times during the day. And almost 94% saw a reduction in those dreaded leaks and accidents. Best of all, many saw results in as little as 2 weeks.
We had gone out to the movies, and I sat through the entire movie.
Before, I used to have to worry about yoga. I used to have to worry about leaks, and now I don't, so it's worth it.
Better Bladder is a patented combination of natural herbal ingredients in an easy-to-swallow capsule, shown to reduce the symptoms of an unpredictable bladder with no harmful side effects. It contains Creativa nervala to support the muscle that controls the function of the bladder, horsetail to improve the tone of the bladder wall, and Lindera, a powerful antioxidant to promote overall bladder health. These ingredients all work together to give you greater control over when and how often you need to go to the bathroom. And Better Bladder is manufactured by trusted Therabotanics in an FDA-compliant factory right here in America.
What I saw in my patients who took Better Bladder was an overall improvement in everything from the constant need to urinate to the number of times they would get up in the middle of the night to urinate. Having had the experience as a doctor using Better Bladder in my patients, I can really recommend it with confidence.
What would it be worth to you to regain the confidence and peace of mind that comes from a bladder under your control? Surgeries, prescriptions, or even adult diapers could cost you from hundreds to thousands of dollars. But Better Bladder won't cost you even $100. Not even close. A full 2-month supply of Better Bladder is only $39.95 per month. But it won't cost you that today either, because through this special TV offer, you can experience the power of Better Bladder free for 30 days. That's right. Free. You pay only shipping and processing. You'll also receive Dr. Seipel's Secrets to a Better Bladder with valuable tips and information for anyone living with a weak bladder. Plus, a free 30-day supply of Perfect Omega. Just one Perfect Omega has the power of 3 ordinary fish oil supplements. A $60 total value. They're both yours free with your order today. Try Better Bladder for a full 30 days. If it doesn't help reduce your urge to go, how often you go, and those dreaded leaks and accidents, simply return the unused portion and your credit card will not be charged for Better Bladder. But please, keep the Bladder Secrets and Perfect Omega as our free gift to you. Now, sleep peacefully through the night. Sit through an entire movie. Enjoy an exercise class or a drive without worrying about the next rest stop. Don't wait. Call 1-800-765-4321 or go to BetterBladder.com right now to try Better Bladder for 30 days. All you pay is shipping and processing. That's 1-800-765-4321. Don't wait. Go online or call 1-800-765-4321 right now.
We're back with Dr. Tracy Seipel, a practicing physician and one of the world's leading experts on the subject of bladder control and the creator of Better Bladder. So, doctor, why is loss of bladder control so common?
Well, John, what happens is the bladder can naturally lose elasticity as we age. If we take this balloon as an example of the bladder, it begins young and toned, smooth and supple. It can fill and empty, no problem. However, with age, what happens, the bladder can expand and contract, and over time, it can begin to lose its elasticity and then have difficulty filling and emptying efficiently.
So what you're saying is that this happens as we age, and I think that many people think that loss of bladder control is only a problem for seniors and the elderly.
And that's not really the case. It can occur in younger individuals as as well. A common time that might occur is during pregnancy. If I use these props here and we look at this sling as an example of the pelvic floor, what you see is that naturally when the bladder fills, the pelvic floor supports it and the bladder empties and it lifts off again. During pregnancy though, you've got not only the weight of the full bladder, but the weight of the baby pressing on that bladder as well. This can stretch the pelvic floor and sometimes the bladder and the floor can really never fully recover its elasticity.
I'm a mom. I have 7 children, and they're 12, 11, 9, 7, 6, 4, and 2. I think I got that. I do remember sitting on the floor with my kids and, you know, kind of sit like Indian style to help them to sit good and reading them before they go to bed and then realizing, oh, mommy's leaking. I'm very physical, so when I do yoga and stuff, there's certain positions that you go in. That's where sometimes I notice, oh, I'm in control except for one area, you know, so that's the bladder issue. So now I'm down to 0 leaks, which means everything. Now that I take Better Bladder, it's like one less issue. I could just leave the house, bring an extra pair of pants for the 3-year-old and not for the 44-year-old. Now I can take the kids for a walk, read them a story at night, and sit in my yoga class in any position, and then at night be with my husband and laugh at his jokes and not worry about, oh, am I gonna leak? No, I made the whole day because of Better Bladder.
While pregnant, I always had to go because my son would sit on my bladder. But after I had my son, it didn't really go away. Now that I have been taking Better Bladder, I feel that I don't have to go as urgent and quickly. I am so grateful that I did find Better Bladder to help with my urgency issues. I am so thrilled and so happy.
I was surprised to learn that 25% of reproductive age women experience some degree of bladder control issues. I mean, that's a lot of young women. What about us guys?
Bladder weakness is an equal opportunity problem. It affects men and women nearly evenly. You men should not just assume urinary problems come from the prostate. In truth, half of urinary symptoms in men actually come from the bladder.
My bladder is running my life. I'm consciously thinking about it every day, all day. At nighttime is the worst because you usually sleep through the night. But now I'm going to the bathroom. I may go 1 time, but now I'm going maybe 4, 5 times a night. I coach Little League baseball right now, and we have breaks before practice. So, you know, I can't say, Coach is going to the bathroom, after I told him we're only taking 1 or 2 potty breaks. So that part, there again, it pays on your ego again, as a man. And how do I handle this? What am I gonna do about it? Taking Better Bladder, I had an aha moment, that's what I call it. I woke up and I'm thinking, oh, I didn't wake up all night. And even my wife noticed it. She says, oh, I'm getting a little bit more sleep now that you're getting more sleep. It's amazing. My lifestyle has changed quite a bit. I'm able to stay in practice a lot longer when I'm working with the children, and just being a lot more confident in me having this situation under control, and going out to eat or sitting through meals or when we're with friends, not having to excuse myself for various reasons to go to the bathroom. So it's been a life-changing situation for me.
So, doctor, just what makes Better Bladder so effective?
Well, really, John, we have a combination of 3 herbs. So the first herb is Creativa nivala, a bark we use that helps with efficient filling and emptying of the bladder. Then we have our horsetail herb. Horsetail is a grass that really helps improve the tone of the bladder muscle itself. And then lindera. What lindera does, it's a really potent antioxidant and really helps preserve the urinary system.
This is just incredible, isn't it? I mean, this can help people with a major problem in their life. It helps them avoid surgery, helps them avoid embarrassment. It's just incredible.
Nature has provided these natural approaches to these really big problems.
And at the end of the day, that's what we all want, healthy, normal bladder function.
The treatment of these bladder conditions obviously begin with what you can offer that's the least invasive, that will have the least impact in any kind of potentially negative way. There are dozens of medications for this condition that have been FDA approved, but the problem is that well over half these individuals will stop the medications because of side effects. It's a real problem we have. Better Bladder is really an easy first step without having those side effects for those who are beginning with this kind of a problem, and really it can be quite impactful. Many of the ingredients in Better Bladder have been used in other supplements. What's really unique about Better Bladder is that none of the other formularies have double-blind placebo-controlled trials. And so really you've got something that's got science behind it that really has been effective both in a clinical and a research setting. Having had the experience as a doctor using Better Bladder in my patients, I can really recommend it with confidence.
What would it be worth to you to regain the confidence and peace of mind that comes from a bladder under your control? Surgeries, prescriptions, or even adult diapers could cost you from hundreds to thousands of dollars. But Better Bladder won't cost you even $100. Not even close. A full 2-month supply of Better Bladder is only $39.95 per month. But it won't cost you that today either, because through this special TV offer, you can experience the power of Better Bladder free for 30 days. That's right. Free. You pay only shipping and processing. You'll also receive Dr. Seipel's Secrets to a Better Bladder with valuable tips and information for anyone living with a weak bladder. Plus, a free 30-day supply of Perfect Omega. Just one Perfect Omega has the power of 3 ordinary fish oil supplements. A $60 total value. They're both yours free with your order today. Try Better Bladder for a full 30 days. If it doesn't help reduce your urge to go, how often you go, and those dreaded leaks and accidents, simply return the unused portion and your credit card will not be charged for Better Bladder. But please, keep the Bladder Secrets and Perfect Omega as our free gift to you.
It's a success story for me. It's something that I plan on taking the rest of my life.
With Better Bladder, I'm making it to the bathroom every time with no surprises and a nice clean finish, if you know what I mean.
Now, sleep peacefully through the night. Sit through an entire movie. Enjoy an exercise class or a drive without worrying about the next rest stop. Don't wait. Call 1-800-765-4321 or go to betterbladder.com right now to try Better Bladder for 30 days. All you pay is shipping and processing. That's 1-800-765-4321. Don't wait. Go online or call 1-800-765-4321 right now.
I was beginning to have these scents, these smells that were so offensive, and I thought, everybody can smell. I mean, I'm around people all the time at work. I'm at that level when I'm walking up and down the aisle, and people are just right there, and, close quarters, and it's just really nice to not smell bad.
I am having a better experience in my relationship because when I go out to a nice event, a dinner, a party, I'm not always the one absent from the room because I gotta go to the restroom.
Before Better Bladder, I was doing Kegels and limiting my water intake. It's just so bad for your health. And now, I probably drink 10 to 12 glasses of water a day. Forget the Kegels. I don't even do them anymore.
I'm not adding something to my wardrobe. I'm not wearing something that's big and bulky. I'm not worried about things like odor. And these are little things that don't seem like much, but these are life-changing moments when you can get dressed, leave the house with confidence, and not think about these things. That's priceless.
We're back and we're talking with Dr. Tracy Seipel, a practicing physician and one of the world's leading experts on the subject of bladder control and the creator of Better Bladder. All right, let's talk about the clinical testing because I've seen the most recent results, and like I said throughout the show today, they really are impressive. The clinical study also shows that participants reported a reduction in stress leakage as well, but not everyone understands the term stress leakage. How would you explain that?
Well, John, stress leakage is a very common problem. Folks, you know this one. You cough or laugh or sneeze and you quickly have to cross your legs to avoid an accident. Even you men at home, you find when you're in the gym lifting weights, you might have a bit of a sudden accident. That's what we're talking about.
And that is just so important. People simply want to regain, as you said, some control over their bladder, and Better Bladder can help.
Since I've been taking Better Bladder, it's incredible. I sneezed 3 times on the way here, nothing.
If there's too much laughter, there's probably going to be a little bit of an accident. Thankfully, Better Bladder has fixed that. I don't have that issue anymore. I'm not worried if I get up, whether it's at home or out in public, that there might be a little bit of a wet spot on my chair.
I can do jumping jacks, and not only do I not leak, I can walk out the door when I'm finished.
All right, I want to thank Dr. Seipel for being here today and sharing her knowledge about this important subject. What she is doing is so important. By the way, any last words for the viewers before we wrap up?
Thanks, John. Bladder weakness affects millions of Americans. It's a common problem and nothing to be ashamed of. And now with Better Bladder, there's finally something you can do about it. It's a way that you really can help improve your control and regain that confidence back in your life. That's why I urge you to try Better Bladder. It will change your life.
Does your life revolve around frequent trips to the bathroom? Are embarrassing leaks interfering with your life? Are you afraid that a sudden cough or sneeze will cause an accident? Is your bladder out of control? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then you're likely one of the 33 million men and women suffering from the symptoms of a weak or unpredictable bladder. Until now, you had three choices: take prescription drugs with unpleasant side effects, endure expensive and painful surgery, or wear bulky and inconvenient adult diapers. Now, there's a new option. Better Bladder. The doctor-developed natural formula to help both men and women control the major symptoms of a weak and unpredictable bladder. In a placebo-controlled clinical study, almost 86% saw a reduction in the urge to go. 84% made fewer trips to the bathroom during the night. 90% went fewer times during the day. And almost 94% saw a reduction in those dreaded leaks and accidents. Best of all, many saw results in as little as 2 weeks.
Better Bladder gave me my confidence back and my control back.
Better Bladder is a product that I would recommend to anybody because it does work. Absolutely.
What would it be worth to you to regain the confidence and peace of mind that comes from a bladder under your control? Surgeries, prescriptions, or even adult diapers could cost you from hundreds to thousands of dollars. But Better Bladder won't cost you even $100. Not even close. A full 2-month supply of Better Bladder is only $39.95 per month. But it won't cost you that today either, because through this special TV offer, you can experience the power of Better Bladder free for 30 days. That's right. Free. You pay only shipping and processing. You'll also receive Dr. Seipel's Secrets to a Better Bladder with valuable tips and information for anyone living with a weak bladder. Plus, a free 30-day supply of Perfect Omega. Just one Perfect Omega has the power of 3 ordinary fish oil supplements. A $60 total value. They're both yours free with your order today. Try Better Bladder for a full 30 days. If it doesn't help reduce your urge to go, how often you go, and those dreaded leaks and accidents, simply return the unused portion and your credit card will not be charged for Better Bladder. But please, keep the Bladder Secrets and Perfect Omega as our free gift to you.
It definitely was not fun living with a loss of bladder control. And now it feels wonderful. It's like I have control of my life again. And my bladder doesn't have control over me anymore.
Now, sleep peacefully through the night. Sit through an entire movie. Enjoy an exercise class or a drive without worrying about the next rest stop. Don't wait. Call 1-800-765-4321 or go to betterbladder.com right now to try Better Bladder for 30 days. All you pay is shipping and processing. That's 1-800-765-4321. Don't wait. Go online or call 1-800-765-4321 right now. The preceding was a paid advertisement for Better Bladder, brought to you by trusted TheraBotanics.